Nobody was expecting to hear what Trey Gowdy just revealed about Obama. Trey Gowdy gets a lot of hate from the left. That is because he is not afraid to get the truth from whoever he wants it from. He has done lots of work in order to get rid of the corruption that plagues Washington these days. Gowdy is beloved by so many conservatives around the country for his actions. He has gone on Fox News recently and talked about the corruption that went on under former President Barack Obama. We all know what a liar Obama was. This man hired his administration based on who he knew would not blow the whistle. Though recently it has backfired, it worked for the most part. On Fox, he wanted to talk about Susan Rice and the leaks that have happened since. We have all heard about the unmasking that went on under Susan Rice and Obama. What happened was big and illegal and should not be covered up by the left. The mainstream media will not cover this because it does not go with their agenda that they want to push. Obama was a liar that would do whatever it took to get on top. He wanted to be as powerful as possible, and this is one of the ways that he did that. This unmasking, Gowdy said on Fox. That is a privilege to be able to request that a U.S. person's name be unmasked. I want to know who's making the request, and what is the evidentiary basis of that request. And if it's late in your tenure, like the day before you leave office, that should send off alarms and sirens in your head as to why that person did it. Gowdy is a dog that can sniff out wrongdoing from miles away. That is why we love. Germany demands immediate prosecution of Obama, found dubious thing he did. The news lately has been flooded with former President Obama's illegal acts, finally catching up to him. As reported, he's been wiretapping President Trump during the presidential elections, as well as everyone else who he deemed dangerous. There is a lot of evidence proving that he actually did all of that. His back's against the wall. There are even rumors of a soon-to-be raised lawsuit against him for everything he's done in the past 8 years, with a highlight on the surveillance issue. A new report suggests that he's got a lot more to worry about since he's caught up in not just wiretapping the president. As reported by WikiLeaks, he even spied on foreign countries, one of them is Germany. It was leaked that the CIA used the German facility of Frankfurt as the hacking base for their clandestine activities, reports USA News Flash. And Germany reacts swiftly, requesting an immediate investigation and prosecution of Obama. The documents published by WikiLeaks reveal that the CIA used Frankfurt as a remote hacking base for the clandestine activities. The top-secret CIA unit the German city as the main starting point for a number of attacks all over Europe, China and the Middle East. As the chief prosecutor of Germany stated, the files released by WikiLeaks warranted the investigation. How sad for Obama. His legacy, that he so hoped to protect, is long destroyed, and his real problem is just getting started. The do-what-you-want tactic while in office has served him quite a trouble, and quite a long list of lawsuits. There must be someone accountable for all the criminal acts done in the past 8 years. And we already have a good guess of who that might be. Finally, massive fraud just uncovered. After 3-year investigation, Washington allegedly fraud on Obama, you'll cheer. We will concede that some administration programs start with great goals. Be that as it may, somewhere close to the time some official gets a thought, and the thing gets gone into law and afterward implemented, things frequently turn out badly. This is halfway because of the way that, dissimilar to a business, the legislature is not required or even anticipated that would turn a benefit on its projects. Thus, the inspiration to proficiency goes out the window and is as often as possible replaced by waste and fraud. This happens a lot with welfare programs, as the possibility that it is great to ensure that individuals don't starve to death changes into a creature that does that, as well as gets mishandled as welfare cheats discover approaches to drain the system for benefits a long ways past those to which they are entitled. This heartbreaking situation is rehashed again and again, as citizens' cash winds up financing fraud. The Obama phone program is a terrific case of an administration program gone awful. What began as an arrangement to ensure everybody approached a phone to summon crisis help transformed into years of fraud and abuse. A new report from the Government Accountability Office, GAO, reveals that the infamous Obama phone program, meant to provide low-income Americans phone and internet service, is riddled with waste, fraud and abuse. GAO investigators sampled the program's population and found that they had paid for nearly 6,400 phones for people whom the government has listed as deceased, another 5,500 people were enrolled for 2 phones, and another group of people could not prove that they were eligible to receive their free phone. How does the administration figure out how to pay for telephones for dead individuals? Plainly, those controlling this program are finished incompetents, or simply couldn't care less about doing their occupation. Such is the issue with government laborers when they are hard to flame, and their adequacy and the viability of the projects on which they work are not assessed or inspected. Originally conceived during the Reagan administration, Lifeline was originally meant to provide poor people with a phone in case of an emergency or, as time went on, to apply for a job. So there's the great goal. What's more, as the hypothesis goes, if these individuals really landed a position, they would drop off the moves for a free telephone and begin paying assessments, so the program should pay for itself after some time. Hasn't played out as expected by any means, be that as it may. The 3-year GAO investigation found that the program has put away more than $9 billion, as of September 2016 outside the Department of the Treasury on a private bank account. A spokesman for FCC Chairman Ajit Pai, who had already put the dubious program under review, said the GAO report confirms that waste, fraud and abuse are all too prevalent in the program. Stop right there. Programs do not put money anywhere. People do. So who has diverted $9 billion into a private bank account? And who owns this private bank account? And how was this accomplished without being detected? There are more inquiries to be asked. For example, what was a definitive goal of this $9 billion in occupied assets? It's extraordinary that the GAO is at work, despite the fact that it appears to have taken them a considerable amount of time to discover this fraud. In any case, citizen cash should be saved, and this misuse of a program should be killed. What do you think about this? Do not hesitate and write your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for reading. H. T. Briet Bar. Gowdy goes nuclear on live TV, uncovers enormous scam by Obama and Hillary. Damn, is Trey Gowdy great? Would we be able to get 3 cheers for Trey Gowdy, please? Much appreciated. Would you be able to suppose you were a criminal and needed to confront Trey as a prosecutor? Discuss striking dread in the heart. Envision you are a criminal and blameworthy and are seeking after a supernatural occurrence or an awful prosecutor and you see Trey stroll in. He more likely than not sunk the hearts and smashed the fantasies of thousands of criminals throughout the years. Presently he is doing likewise to Hillary and Obama, and it is brilliant to watch. Trey went on Fox News for a normal interview and wound up dropping a sensation that uncovered some genuine wrongdoing at the DNC. Also, similar to a decent prosecutor, Trey just did it by asking the one inquiry Hillary and Obama are panicked to reply. Since in the event that they do they are sunk. Sentenced. Liable. Here are the means by which it went down. Martha MacCallum got some information about Jeh Johnson's declaration yesterday about the race hacking. Trey stated, "I was interested in what Obama administration knew and when and what efforts they took to help the Russians, or to notify potential victims." You just played a clip where we had a victim, the DNC. Not only did they not cooperate with Johnson, they did not turn the server over to the FBI. I think it's a little ironic now to criticize, some Democrats are, Johnson and Jim Comey and others for not giving enough in 2016, when you had a really good piece of evidence you did not bother turning over. And afterward, he asked the one inquiry that will devastate the Democrats everlastingly, discussing why they would not participate with the FBI. Trey stated, "Let me hazard a wild guess. There may be something else on that server they did not want law enforcement to see?" That's where you start. I do not like speculating, But I have dealt in the past with victims who would not cooperate with investigations. Typically, the reason is, there's something else you do not want law enforcement to see. What do you think about this? Do not hesitate and write your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for